Hello and welcome to CNSL2000 Ethical Issues, and this course is for the winter 2021, and we are going to be experiencing an online bi-synchronous delivery whereby I will have an opportunity to both provide you with online experience and live classes on a bi-weekly basis. So this particular course outline or course syllabus here makes it very clear that we have two sections of the course running. The two CRNs, CRN 20162 and 20161, meet at different times according to your class schedule. On banner, I meet Tuesdays at 9 to 10:50 with one class, and I meet on Thursdays from 9 to 10:50 with the other class. I want you to know that my office hours are posted here. I'm available Mondays and Wednesdays from 9:30 to 10 a.m., a half an hour before our class, or scheduled times by appointment, and you can just email me and call me and make an appointment, and we can get together. I have a link here to our WebEx classroom, and you can also call and leave a voicemail. It goes to my email. You can see here in the course outline we have the course description, and we will review this in our first class when we get together. But before then, you can take some time and look through the course description and the learning outcomes for the course, and that will help you understand and frame the reference for the ethical issues class that we are going to explore together. The required text for this course is a mind-tapped version of Corey and Corey, Issues and Ethics in the Helping Profession. It's a 10th edition electronic e-version. If you bought it through our bookstore, you would have bought the Cengage Corey digital code for MindTap, which is going to give you access to both your textbook, all the activities, MindTap, one code, and all you'll need to do is link through our Blackboard shell, and you will be off to the races. This course, of course, has 40% tests, 60% assignments, and the passing grade for this course is 60%. The course has 13 weekly MindTap quizzes as part of their curriculum. These are quizzes that will happen at the end of each chapter in MindTap through the content of your ebook, and each chapter quiz is worth 3% of your final grade for a total of 30% of your final grade, as I'm going to drop the lowest grades of 3 quizzes at the end of the term, and these quizzes consist of 20 multiple choice questions that's related to the content in your textbook or in the activities that are part of MindTap. These must be completed at the end of each week. On Sunday of the week, they are due at 11:59 p.m. as indicated in the week-to-week content that we'll go through below. And then there's a final test on the last week that's going to be 4 short answer questions, and it'll be available on Blackboard on the Tuesday, April 20th at 8 a.m. and remains open till April 22nd, as you can see here in the course outline. The assignments for this course and discussion boards and activities are all going to run through either our Blackboard management system or through our Blackboard management system and through to MindTap and Cengage. So you must be using these. It's very important as everything that I've built is built around these two online learning management platforms. The first of your assignments are discussion forums that run through Blackboard. We'll be doing 3 of them worth 5% each for a total of 15%. And you can see here the topics for the three discussion forums, and of course I will go through the details of these in our first class and as we are working through the first few weeks of our courses. And then the MindTap interactive activities occur at the end of occur in MindTap, and they're really based on short activities that take place maybe 10 to 20 minutes each to complete. So at the end of each of your weekly chapters, you'll have 1 or 2 activities that need to be completed, and these are worth 4% of your grade each for a total of 4%. And again, I will drop the lowest 3 of these activities at the end of the term for your final grade. And these are activities that, are watching a brief video, answering a few questions to that video, making choices in a decision-making activity, and reflecting on the content of ethics. Should take about 10 or 20 minutes to complete each of these activities. These, again, must be completed by their due dates, which is the end of the week, the Sunday at 11:59 p.m. of every week. One of the other pieces to our assignments is something called the TCP2 certification, which is a certification and a certificate that would be needed if you were doing academic research with regards to the ethical obligations you have as an academic or researcher. And so if you click this link, you'll see that you will make an account and be taken to a workshop with some questions and a certificate at the end, and you will print that certificate, keep it, and submit it to me with a reflection that we will talk about a little later in the course. I have given you very detailed week-by-week content here, which I am going to show you how each 1 week works, and then you can look at it yourself. This content really is synergistic to the content that you'll find on your Blackboard shell as well, and I'll show you that. So in week 1, if you can see here on the left, we're going to have an in-class meeting. I've highlighted yes. We'll talk about introductions to professional ethics. Each week that we do have a class, both in Blackboard and the syllabus, I have given you a link to our class live. I have made it clear here what time your class starts on what day, and which, depending on which of the 2 CRNs you're in. It's simple. If you're in Tuesday's class, you click the same link as the Thursday's class, just click it at the right time and we'll be there to teach you. And of course, if you can't make a Tuesday class and you come to a Thursday class or vice versa, it's really up to you, and you're welcome to do that. But your schedules and banner allow you to come to the appropriate class, and I expect you to come to these classes because we'll do some important learning in them. Like you can see here that in my syllabus, I've also given you some detailed bullet points on some of the content I'll be covering, or the important areas of that particular week's assignment. And I've given you what's due in that week. So here you can see Chapter 1 quiz is due on, it's here, Sunday, January 24th at 11:59 p.m. And that's what would be due that week. And then Chapter 2 follows the same theme. We are meeting again. For Chapter 2, we're going to meet twice in a row. If you're on this CRN on Tuesday, Thursday, I've outlined it here for you, what time we're meeting. You click the link here, or through Blackboard, or through our personal room, and you can come in and we will talk about the concepts of self-awareness, transference and counter-transference, stress, burnout, self-care. We'll look at what we've got going on. And also I have arranged for a half-hour in-class meeting with Dalen from Cengage to help you understand and use MindTap at 10 a.m. And so at 10 a.m. we'll flip to these 2 Zoom links depending on which class you're in. And then again, the theme follows what's due for the week. You can see here there's 2 chapter items due. It gets a little bit more robust as we move along. You have your Chapter 2 quiz. You have your Chapter 2 activity. It's a reflection activity. And these 2 things should take you all of 15 or 20 minutes to complete after you've read the book and read the content and done the exercises. And there's also an introduction of yourself discussion forum due as well. And then again, Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 5, 6, and so on and so forth follows the same theme, showing you what's due, when it's due, what we'll be covering, whether we're meeting or not. On weeks we're not meeting, you can see here from week 9, I've given you some clearer instructions as to what you'll be reading. You have this particular week has a lot of activities due. We're not meeting. You're expected to do that. Again, they don't take a lot of time. They're fun to complete, and they'll help you through the activities, learn the content. And then we go all the way to week 13, where there's no class, and you can see here that we have our final test. So that is the course syllabus, and I will go through it extensively in our class, first class of the week, but I just wanted to give you a little welcome and give you an opportunity to go through that. The other thing I want to show you very quickly before I end this welcome video is I'd like to show you our Blackboard shell. Our Blackboard shell here, as you can see, is divided into sections where I will have faculty information. You could link to me or the Zoom class or the WebEx classes that we have. I will make announcements in the announcement section as usual, and you can see here that my internet is slow, so it takes a little time to get to the announcement section. And then the next section is the course information section of our Blackboard shell. In the course information section right now, you should find your course outline, you'll find your course syllabus, and you'll find any other important information that I upload over the next 24 hours. The most important outside of your syllabus, which I've gone through that'll be very detailed, is of course how I've organized the week-to-week content in the Blackboard shell. It matches the course syllabus week-by-week content, showing you the 13 weeks that we have available. If we look at one of these, you can see in week 1, and the template is the same for each week, I have given you a link to our live class, which would be here or here. You have the times for those classes indicated for you depending on the section you're in. And then you have a bit of the details of what we're doing for the week and what's due. Below that template, you have a link to our MindTap Chapter 1. Where you'll find all the content that exists for you, and I'll show you what that looks like as we click it, and it opens up. So as we're here in MindTap, you can see that we have two different versions. You can go week by week. So if you click week 1, you can see that all of the content of MindTap is here available to you. All of the practice work, and there's lots of practice work that you can do, is here. Your connection to your textbook is chapter 1 you're reading. You click that, you'll be in your textbook. The quiz that's due this week that counts towards your grade is here, the deadline for that, and all of the other chapter 1 content that you can do at your own pace that is for practice but not for grades. If we toggle back into the week 1 content here in Blackboard, I have only posted important links and things that are due for grades. And in this particular chapter, I've only got one thing due for grades, the quiz. Here is the quiz, but it's important that you do these other two activities as we move forward. And then you'll see here that you have your discussion forum to introduce yourself that I spoke of, a PowerPoint every week, and you have a 9 to 10 minute audio lecture that is an audio lecture that accompanies each chapter that is done by Corey, who is the author of our book. And so Corey picks a couple of themes, and he has an audio lecture to a couple of themes that accompany what's in the PowerPoint. So each chapter is set up the same way, and it's synergistic to the MindTap. And as you can see here, you could go to week 2 in MindTap, and in MindTap I have all of the content for week 2, the practice and the graded items. And if you go back to your Blackboard shell into weekly units, and we go into week 2, the counselor as a person and a professional, you can see that it follows the same theme. We will be meeting, here are the times, here are the links, here are the topics, here are the due dates. In this particular week, like I suggested, we're going to meet with Dalen from Cengage to learn about MindTap. And then in this particular section, you have a link to your course reading, which if I click, I can show you the textbook. You have a link to, let's see how quickly that comes. Should be faster since it's open. And while that textbook is opening, I'll show you that you have a link to the quiz when you're ready to write it. You have a link to a discussion forum that needs to be organized, and just a reminder for it. Chapter 2, you have a reflection activity due, and a couple of other activities that you can do that week. PowerPoint, and again, audio lecture number 2 for Corey. So just lastly, I wanted to show you your textbook. It's coming online here. Here it comes. I see that chapter 2, the counselor as a person or professional, is loading, and here it comes. So chapter 2, you will get into the book where you left off. You can see here that you have the full electronic textbook that exists. And if I could show you the full textbook, it's a very robust textbook that goes with this that's hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and you're getting it here electronically, which is really great. So there's lots of features that we will go through when we meet with Dalen from Cengage. So that, my students and colleagues, is a little welcome to our course, a quick review of the MindTap and our course syllabus, how our Blackboard shell works, and as you can see down here, weekly units followed by assignments and tests just to keep you on track. Everything that's due for grades is listed here, and you can keep track of it here, and that's all the quizzes and assignments and the discussion boards. And again, also in the discussion boards, you also have links to the 3 discussion boards and when they're due. So I look forward to meeting you this week in our class, at our class times. And please do reach out if you have any questions, or save them for class and we'll discuss them then. Thanks very much and have an excellent week.